Hey guys, welcome to Coven Radio. I hope everyone's
Hello,
doing
hello.
well. How are you, Miguel?
Good, feeling better, feeling like I'm getting to 100% soon. We did a show this morning and I feel great. Doing a show now, I feel great still. So hopefully it continues.
Yeah, that was a good show this morning. That was a really interesting project. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're
think
definitely very interesting.
I'm definitely need to do a bit more of a dive on that. It was super interesting.
Yeah, those guys are really cool. They know what they're doing. I think that they have a really good project that is gonna really go far. So we'll definitely stand behind them and see how they do going forward. We definitely want to bring them back into the show eventually. A few months from now, just to see how they're doing and that kind of stuff. But I will definitely keep an eye on them. How you been? How's everything?
Yeah, good. Been really busy. So you can probably see to the right here, we've got a new Mystic Moon drop. So I thought I'd just share that with everyone.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's the Hare Moon. That was the full moon that was on, I think it was Wednesday night. So she's called Ostara. So it's considered really like there's a lot of folklore around hares and gazing at the moon,
that is really cool.
which is a really weird thing. So, so apparently it's very lucky if you manage to witness a hare gazing at the moon. It's like a talisman of good fortune and rebirth and new beginnings and all that kind of thing. So, and particular in Japanese folklore. So, yeah, I thought I'd do a little Kokeshi doll with little hare ears, bunny ears, whatever you want to call them. And the
Oh,
little
that's
bell
great.
around her neck is to ward off like evil spirits and negativity. So yeah, so
That is amazing.
that, thank you. So she's the new mint reward. So if you mint like 2 or more Lunar Witches, that is going to be airdropped to you. And no doubt she'll end up on a t-shirt as well.
That is
So,
cool. Yeah,
so
yeah. I
that's
can see this on a T-shirt. Like 100%, I can see this in a T-shirt.
yeah.
That's so
So
cool.
I've got the was last month's. He's on there already. So
I
oh,
can see this one like in the back of a T-shirt, like really
oh yeah.
big.
Oh, this which way am I turning it? That is on the back already.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Oh,
He's
that's
big.
cool. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is very cool.
So yeah, she's exciting. So yeah, I've already done her little trading card as well. So I've mocked that up with the scores and everything. So yeah, it's exciting. So I'm meeting up with Creepy Steve. Obviously, he was our first guest on the show. We're going to meet up and chat about. He's heavy in with the V Friends and the Garbage Pail Kids, so he's got some little tips about how to make sort of rarities and sort of what kind of works well for marketing for those and stuff. So I'm excited to meet with him. Hopefully in a couple of days.
Yeah,
And
he's been posting a lot lately, right?
yeah, he's doing amazing. So he's super, like when people pull one of his sketch cards and they like sharing it on YouTube and stuff, ripping a pack and going, oh, I got a Creepy Steve, so that's really exciting. It's good for our little FCW crew to see so much success. So yeah.
No, that's very cool. Yeah, and I really like this one right here on the right side. Like this, I want it.
Okay. I'm glad
I
that's
have to
the
go
idea.
met
That's
now.
the idea. So yeah, that I'm hoping to sort of start doing some test prints of the trading cards. I think the Mystic Moons will be one of ones. They'll be like the rare cards that there'll only be one printed of them. There's about 16 of them at the minute. So and then obviously I was thinking maybe I'll run a competition for holders that if they've got a witch they want to see in the pack that they hold in their wallet, we can perhaps do a little community vote and pick a few, and whoever's get picked will obviously give them a free pack, for
Yeah,
you.
that's pretty cool.
So yeah, I'm excited.
So we need to address the elephant in the room.
Oh, I know it's quite a big elephant actually.
Wait, no, wait. I don't think you know what I'm talking about. Wait, maybe you do. I
Okay.
decided what tattoo I'm gonna get.
Oh right, that elephant.
That elephant, yeah.
Go on.
Okay, what is the tattoo? I gotta know. I gotta know what this
Whoa.
tattoo is.
What is
Oh
this
my
guy
God.
doing on here?
I thought you were on about this guy, not your tattoo.
Who's this guy?
Crashing parties left and right here.
You just barging in.
I'm so rude,
I do what I want.
Did you even sleep today?
No. We don't sleep.
No? Nothing? Zero?
Literally nothing. Just
You
a
suck.
couple of coffees.
You need to sleep,
Oh,
bro.
my
We're
word.
powering through. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this. Life doesn't slow down.
Well, glad to have you here. Finally. About
Yeah.
time.
I know you guys deserve better. And when I
Kevin's in
say
the house.
that, I mean you deserve less Miguel and more Kevin.
That means I can't really talk about you now. Great. Can make
So
fun
what are you tattooing yourself with?
I sent Vicky the picture. Vicky, can you share it or no?
Can I
Are you able to send it to your computer and share it?
I'm gonna do that now. Hang on.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. I don't want to go crazy. I don't want to go super, all in there. It's something simple.
Does it say
I
like
like
Make America Great
This
Again or
is
something?
me. I do want to change it a little bit because I want it to be more me than the person that actually has that tattoo, where I found it somewhere in
Right.
the abyss of tattooing. But yeah, I think this is me, right? Right, Vicky?
Hang on. Right, I'm gonna add. Right, hang on. 2 seconds. I'm gonna get it on
I
here
think it's
right now.
me. I already know Mosaic is gonna say something about it. I can feel it in my bones.
Right, I'm gonna stop share in that a minute. Sorry, I'm being really slow.
Okay, take your time. Kevin, you
Because
drinking coffee in there?
That's a water, my friend. It's a
Pass
water.
out. Too much coffee is not
here
good
we
for you.
go. Share window. Here we go.
Here we go. Let's see what do we
Oh
got here.
man. Boom. There it is.
Here we go. We're transitioning. There we go.
There it is.
Ah,
That's what I want. Oh, where'd it go?
You've got it. Can you see it?
it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. Oh damn. Hang on. Stop share. Share window. Is it there now?
You have to add that to the scene, and then there we
There it
go.
is.
There.
There it
I
is.
don't know.
It's simple, right?
It's just gone really small.
There it is.
There we
Bigger.
go. There we go.
It's simple. It's me. I'm an artist. I just like it, and I want to add colors to it. This one's black and white.
Is it a penis? Is that what you're getting tattooed?
No, Kevin. No. That's
my bad.
your forehead.
I think it's cool. I think a pencil or a drawing utensil definitely represents you.
Yeah, I think this is me, 100%. I like it.
I like it. I like it.
You have no idea how much I've been looking at stuff, trying to find something that represents me or that I connect.
Vicky, you have tattoos, right?
I do. I have tattoos. I've got lots and lots of tattoos.
Kevin
Now,
has
how many of those were like impulsive, or were they all meticulously planned out?
This is my most recent one. She's a mermaid diving. I've yet to get the colour done on her. Sorry, it's hard to twist my arm. Yeah, they're a little bit impulsive at times. I quite often will draw something and go, "Oh, I'm going to get that done." And I message my friend Kelly. I message my friend Kelly and go, "I got another tattoo. Can we have it done?" She's like, "Yes."
I think our guest that's coming on soon has tattoos as well. I would love to hear a little bit of what he's got going on.
Yes, he does.
I used to feel like I needed to wait 2 years before I got a tattoo. Like I wanted to have that idea in my head for 2 years, and if I still wanted it after 2 years, then it's like, all right, then it's worth it. Like then I know it's a part of me. So the 2 tattoos I have fall under that, but I've also, I can understand if something is important to somebody in the moment and they want to remember that moment, then I think
yours are definitely
fair to tattoo that also.
Where are they? Are they visible? Are they?
Oh, they're visible.
There's one on his butt of a chipmunk. No, I'm kidding.
I have one on my inner arm here, which I'll show next time I'm wearing a t-shirt. It's a song lyric, and then I have a big yield sign on my leg, which is music related as well from the band Pearl Jam.
Oh my God, here we go.
There we go. I love Pearl Jam. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, mine tends
wait, hold on. Before you say anything, I got to tell you, Kevin, it's probably the #1 Pearl Jam fan in the world.
Really?
Yeah. He's got to be. Like 1,000%. He's got to be.
I am up there. I've seen them over 50 times. I think 56 times maybe. I've seen them in Toronto. I've seen them in Costa Rica. I've seen them in Germany, France, Switzerland.
He just travels seeing this band.
Well, I used to, kids.
Well,
Well, I've
Yeah,
seen
Then
them
they
once.
really, you know, then the attendance
it declined.
really
I
declined.
have seen them once. I have seen them once, and I will admit I cried when they came on stage because I was such a huge fan as a teenager growing up, and I never got to see them. And then suddenly they did another tour, and they were coming to the UK. They don't often come to the UK or do many shows. And I managed to get tickets. When they came on, it was blubbering. Like
Where did you see them?
Teenager, Manchester. Yeah,
Oh, very cool. Those are some
Yeah.
good shows. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it was good.
So we have a special guest today. Who do we
We
have,
do.
Vicky?
So we have Acid. So he's part of the FCW. He has literally just dropped a collection, so I thought it was like perfect timing to get him on. He's an IRL like commercial designer. He's a professor at an art college. Like he is like full 100% art. He's like everything. And the weird thing is,
Excited.
I didn't realize, but when I was in university and I was doing tutorials from Computer Arts magazine, it was Acid who was designing those. So
Oh my god.
I know, how wild is that? So he's really cool.
Full circle.
So yeah, I'll get him on now. Let me add him to the screen.
Get him on.
And just to say, everyone, if you want to hashtag Luna Witch in the comments, I'm going to give a Luna Witch away. We'll do a little like spin the wheel doodah thing at the end of the show. So if you want a little witchy vibes, hashtag. Here he is, Acid.
Hello,
Hi, everybody.
What's up, Essen?
Hey, can we start with my Pearl Jam story?
Hell
Go
yeah.
on, yes.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Okay, so, okay, Vicky, I always feel self-conscious about my age when you say you were doing stuff that I was working on when you're in
It's
university.
not much of a difference.
This is going to date me even more. So, okay, the year is 1991.
Perfect.
I'm
the year of 10.
I'm 22. I'm 22 in 91, so you can do the math all you want. But my wife and I in Toronto are super into the Red Hot Chili Peppers Blood Sugar Sex Magic album.
Oh,
right?
brilliant album.
Their finest. And it came out that year, and it was right before they hit. So there's and I'm sure they have these in Jersey. Do you ever go see concerts in Masonic temples? They're all the fucking same. Like a concrete room, about 1,000 people fit in it, some steps on the balcony. So they played there. And then they announced their opening acts were Smashing Pumpkins and Pearl Jam.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
I'm in this 1,000-seat arena with all, not an arena, it's like a theater. But it's a concrete box. There's no chairs, nothing. And it was just when every single one of those bands hit. And I remember, like, just couldn't quite believe it. Pearl Jam went on first. They were like the openers. Like, people are still walking in.
That's crazy.
I still remember Eddie Vedder was insane. He was climbing up on the lighting rigs. Yep. And he went up on the huge stack of speakers behind the stage and jumped. I thought he was going to kill people.
Yeah.
He's just doing shit.
He was a wild.
So his final thing he did at the end, the Red Hot Chili Peppers were selling Red Hot Chili Peppers boxer shorts. So Eddie Vedder took off his pants and he had on the Red Hot Chili Peppers boxer shorts.
I love it.
And he took off the boxer shorts and threw them in the crowd, and his dong was hanging out.
Oh my God!
So I've seen Eddie Vedder's dick in the 90s.
In the most heterosexual way, I'm 100% jealous of you. I don't know how.
I know, and I don't know. It even makes it cooler because this is way before manscaping was a thing. Right? So you can just do the math on that. So that's my story right away on Pearl Jam.
So oh my God, that's so funny.
Right here. This Pearl Jam poster is from a Toronto show that I went to.
Love it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I have a friend here who's like, okay, so I'm a Deadhead, right? I used to travel around, see the Grateful Dead when Jerry was alive. So I understand. And I think Pearl Jam are the next generation of Deadheads.
Absolutely.
Like the fans.
Yeah.
They just go. And it's not like the band even friggin' advertises. The people who know, they know. And I got a friend who does that too. She travels all over. I was in Dominican Republic over the winter. I met a dude at the pool who's the Pearl Jam head. He's like you. He's been to 70 shows or something. Yeah.
So
anyway, I just want to get that out there.
No, that's such a good story.
Yeah, that was a good story.
Yeah, I saw Eddie Vedder's dick.
I know.
Manscaped.
And Manscaped.
Yeah. You have to add that.
Proper 90s style.
Russell
Just
said,
Google like
totally following the answers right now.
1975 pornography, and you'll see what I mean.
That is so funny.
Oh God! Unfortunately, I saw Marilyn Manson's at a gig. That wasn't a sight to behold. Let me tell you.
I saw
Oh my
his
God, that's
butthole.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's another one who's kept it
yeah.
up. It's
That's
fine.
another story. I mean, I could, we don't even need to talk about the drop. I've got some good rock and
Oh
roll.
God, that was funny.
Oh, so funny. Oh, well, Acid. I feel like, do we even need to introduce you now? I kind of feel everyone's got your vibe.
Doesn't it feel like, I feel like Vicky, I've done nothing for the last 2 days but like talk to you and the FCW.
I know.
I'm getting like no work done. I'm having the best time. So thank you guys. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's good. But yeah, so give us a little background of who you are and what you do, and then how maybe you ended up in the NFT
Yeah.
world, and then
Wow.
we'll get into your project then that you've got just currently minting.
Okay, I'm not going to try not to ramble on too much.
Just saying that is impossible.
I know. I'm really bad at. I'm bad at. So you guys are gonna have to friggin' white flag me or something. Anyway, so I'm just here in the space, and I'm currently a member of the FCW, and honored. And I finally found, like, when I joined up with those guys, that I found my art tribe. And it doesn't matter where we are in the world. It doesn't matter what the gender is. It doesn't matter what your practice is. Everyone's so friggin' cool, and their work is awesome, and it's just the best vibe. And I'm honored to be part of it. And the only reason I'm there is because a good friend of mine lives down the road, and that's Skuja. And I have an IRL show every year at a place here in Toronto, and Skuja came to it, and he said, "You got to meet my community." I'm like, "Is this a thing where you rip people off selling JPEGs?" I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe use my fucking credit card. I got to buy some other shit. What? Like, no, I don't want to do that. And then he convinced me, and he came over and just set me up. And I started poking around, and I thought it was pretty wild that, yeah, I mean, there's so many things about coming into X and crypto at the same time that are different from everything else. And you don't know until you do it. So I didn't really understand that X was such a lively, interactive ecosystem for artists and collectors. I had no idea. I thought it was just like an Instagram thing. Yeah. And so I liked the interaction right off the bat. I was like, this is community. And also, like, my take on it at the time was like tail end of 2023 was, this is obviously a hustle for crypto and all that goes along with it. But it seems like the main commodity, like the thing that people purchase and collect in the space, is art. And I'm like, I never really found that in the real world, man. Like, there's art collectors, but most people are like buying groceries and paying rent, and people don't do that with their crypto, man. So they're collecting and flipping and all that. So it just seemed like getting involved with this group of artists and spending probably a couple hours a day in the space that's centered around art it's a good time for me. Like, I'm enjoying it. My philosophy now, I'm like 55. I want my art to be a journey. I have a history working commercially as an illustrator and a designer like that, but I have a day job now where I'm a college professor at an art and design school. So that pays the bills, and I love the job. But now I can be free with art and do exactly what I want, when I want, and however I want. And I want it all. I want to draw and paint and have IRL shows, and I want to do NFT drops, and I want to bridge them somehow, which I think maybe we'll talk about this later. I'm figuring it out as I go. And I'm learning a lot from all the people in the FCW, and I'm happy. I got a history. Like, when Vicky would have been reading my tutorials, I started. Going back into ancient history, I studied graphic design in college and got a diploma in graphic design before there were desktop computers, right? So I learned all the old processes and doing it by hand. And then as soon as I got into the workforce, there was a revolution. The desktop revolution came. So I was lucky because I was in a workforce and we were adopting tools. I got to learn along the way. There was one place we bought a scanner and it came bundled with Photoshop, and that was it for me. As soon as I set like laid my eyes on Photoshop, I couldn't stop using it. And that led into just creating art and getting a lot of attention, and subsequently getting involved with computer arts in the UK, first doing illustrations. And then they're just like, look, man, you're doing all this stuff. Why don't you write for us? I'm like, okay, I, never studied journalism. Here we go. And that was really popular. And I was doing it monthly. And then other magazines under their umbrella, like Imagine Effects and Digital Camera and Photoshop User. And there's just a million. It was just the right time to be doing.
They were huge. Like we all, and they were expensive magazines.
Yeah,
like
that is really cool.
We would, it was like you wanted them, like, and you kept them, and they were like treasures.
People collected them. Yeah, man. I went. I spoke at a conference in Brazil, so there was a Editora Europa in Brazil bought the South American licensing for computer arts. So they were publishing it, and they had a conference, and I spoke. I was the keynote speaker at the conference, which was amazing. I never done anything like that. Yeah, in this university hall, and they had people who couldn't speak English had like headphones on with a translator in the booth and the whole bit.
Love it.
But yeah, people there, they were like, afterwards, people had stacks of them, like albums, and they wanted me to sign them all.
Crazy.
And I was like, this is so cool. I was like, never been like that anywhere else. But yeah, it was a big deal, that magazine. I still have boxes of them.
Yeah,
it was good.
It's amazing. I love that you've come from that background. One of my first year actually in uni, they didn't allow us to touch a computer at all in my graphic design degree. We had to hand render all the type. We had to screen print everything, make our own paper. We were like, it was, and I do think like whenever I used to go to interviews and speak to art directors, they always picked up that I brought something a little bit different to the art. You know what I mean? Because you had this physical stuff, and you had a sensitivity to typography because you'd had to render it by hand. So you understood it more than like somebody who's just typing it on a screen. So
you just got like probably some of the best observation skills without even realizing by having to look and create, right, all the time. Like I teach drawing classes, and we do type rendering and all that. And I feel like if when people skip that, it's just kind of like their brain's a little slower in the creative realm. Like the people that I always like best are the ones who can do something with their hands. And I mean, tablets fine too. Right. So it's just like paper, for Christ's sake, maybe better.
Yeah.
But it's like the people who never get outside of Illustrator or Photoshop, or they're just sort of, I don't know, it's a low ceiling there for creativity, in my opinion.
What do your students think of you doing NFTs? Do they know? Do you like share that like new knowledge with them as artists coming together?
They think it's cool. It's amazing. And none of them are into crypto. None of them do anything. Wow. But I show them, they like seeing my work because it's fucked up, right? So we, when I did all the puking mutoids, I'm like, hey guys, want to see what I did last night? And they're like, yeah. And then they'll go like, what's this 0.00E thing? So then I start talking about the blockchain and crypto, and they just lose interest.
Interesting.
They don't care. None of them care. It's been, I don't know. I'm excited about it all the time. They don't care. They don't care about crypto. They like digital art, but they don't give a shit about the blockchain or anything.
That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'd think the younger kids would be like all over that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's still so early, isn't it? I think like even
they don't care at all. At all. And neither do my own kids. Nobody cares. I have yet another hobby that no one gives a shit about.
That's the your dad though, right? Like your kids
I have to connect with other nerds online now to discuss my loser interests. I'm just kidding.
Retro's got a cool question actually. He's saying, how are you handling the focus span between a professor and doing your own arts?
I find I've been a professor since 2007, an adjunct, and then I've been full time, like a tenured prof, for 15 years.
Oh wow!
So I've kind of got my groove with what I do in the place where I work, which I'm not going to lie, being a professor is an appealing lifestyle. There's no product at the end of the day, so when you're a designer, those 80-hour weeks are not what you do when you're a professor. and you know what works and you know what doesn't work, and as you continue on, you get more efficient. So I have time and energy at the end of the day,
Yeah.
which a lot of people who work in the private sector just don't.
Yeah.
And that's not lost on me. That's why I'm like so busy doing all this stuff. So I make time. And it's also the kind of thing like where you get, 8 weeks of vacation in the summer. So I go, we have a family cabin on an island. I go up there and hang out with the family and just make art in the summer. So I got time.
That's
It also though, like, this, and I'm sure like you guys as founders of collections and all that, like when the idea hits, man, I'd rather stay up and make art than go to bed. Because I can sleep when I'm dead, but I gotta get this shit done. So yeah.
A little secret about Retro. Retro's actually a teacher too, and he does mosaic work. Like he does mosaic artwork.
Oh wow! I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's got secret talents he doesn't like to share with anybody. But
I'm feeling like we need to interview him on our show.
Yeah, his artwork is amazing. Like you guys, he does like all this work with mosaic, like little pieces of mosaic. It's incredible work. Like he really needs to show it. I don't know why he doesn't do it, but I think he should definitely show it. We're gonna have to bring him on the show.
Yeah, we are.
You hear me, Mel? You hear me? You're coming on the show.
Yeah, that's it now. I am relentless. I will DM you every minute of every hour. That's it. That's what's happening.
Is this Saint Retro thing mosaic?
Yeah,
that's mosaic. It's the same person.
I'm already following the guy. I'm already following.
But we've got a bit of an inside joke on the FCW. So we call Acid our life coach. She's always telling us to like quit our jobs and just just make art. So
I'm the anti-professor in the FCW.
Yeah,
anything bad for you should embrace.
It's funny.
So you only get one heart. You should abuse the shit out of it.
There you go.
Right? Let's go. You want to die healthy? Get away from me.
Oh,
yeah.
So I'm gonna play one of your little promo videos because Acid dropped. It's called Dawn of Acid, his new collection, and it dropped. Was it yesterday? Is it Wednesday? It was yesterday, wasn't it? Wednesday. And the whitelist was a bit earlier in the week, but so I'm gonna, because you nailed the marketing on this. In my mind, you did all these really cool. You did. You
Mark won't say, "Oh, you did such great marketing." I'm like, I'm just fucking making cool shit and putting it out there.
No, but this is so cool, right? So I'm gonna look at these. This is like these are cool. These are so cool.
Where'd it go? It disappeared.
Oh, did it? Why does it keep doing that?
Oh no.
Hang on.
Looks good here.
There it is. Yeah.
There it is.
Wow. That's incredible.
Maybe it's not looping.
Oh, that's cool.
So
it's just having the right resource and finding the right AI tool and writing a prompt. And then,
I'm going to share the collection, but let me just get it up a second.
So is this video just AI prompt, or is this like Photoshop?
Well, no,
and AI
it's
and
okay. Well, the software I use, I can't remember the name of it, but it's an online pay for credits kind of thing. But you can start with your own image. So that's my thing with AI all the time. I love AI. I think it's really cool, but there's so much shit AI because everybody just types the same crap and does nothing.
Yeah.
So what I do is I like Mid-Journey because I when I'm going to start, for me to feel like it's my job, is I start throwing in my own drawings and paintings to sort of train the style a bit. And then I get there and I pull things out and I mess with them in Photoshop and back in. And that's how I kind of got the whole look of Dawn of Acid. But so while I'm doing this, I'm generating thousands of images, right?
Yeah.
So I take those images, the ones that I like, and maybe change them a bit in Photoshop, then throw them into the AI art app, and then write a prompt with it that says like, the zombie is screaming, the world is on fire, it's the apocalypse, the zombie horde takes over, and click go. And start making videos till I see one that I like. And that's literally it.
Oh, they're so cool. But tell us a little bit about because I was a guest artist, so there was a handful of like one-of-ones created by other artists. But what can I incidentally? I know I said this yesterday, but you wrote the best brief I've ever had off of anyone for like creating something, right? So
that's funny. Yeah.
So this is this is the collection here. So tell us a little bit about the inspiration and what was the thought behind it, and a little bit of the creative process.
Okay, so first thing is, if you're on the fence about getting one, there's 21 left. They're just going today.
Jeez.
So there's that. And Jason still hasn't been minted.
Oh, isn't he? All right. Okay. I got 5.
Yeah. But anyway, so the idea behind the collection, like the whole thing, the brief, all of it is, well, I think like you guys probably get it. Vicky gets it. Like we're in the FCW, we all have very similar pop culture interests and tastes. Like we like fucked up shit. We just do. And we're all those people. And I'm thinking, based on the Rebel Ants, you guys do too. And I know that you've probably seen Grindhouse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a Death Proof guy. Like Death Proof to me is one of Tarantino's best films.
Yeah.
But man, I love Rodriguez's visual depictions in Planet Terror. So here's me one night, a little bit high, watching TV. Planet Terror comes on, and I'm just captivated by the visuals. I'm pausing, I'm taking photos. I don't know why. Later, I take those photos and mix them in with my own drawings and stuff. I start fucking in mid-journey. I'm like, I've got something here. And then being in the FCW, like I've put little things on object here and there, but I'm like, like Vicky's got a collection, Wick's got a collection, Uka's got a collection. I'm like, maybe I could do like a little mini collection because I'm the new guy. And I don't want the ball and chain of the giant 6,000 piece collection maybe yet.
Smart.
So, but I'm like, I could do a collection because what looks fun about a collection is creating a whole bunch of pieces that are related thematically and maybe in terms of formal qualities, like how they're created. But every single one can be different and cool. And I want to play with traits, but I don't just want to stick different glasses on the friggin' thing or whatever. And I also really, really, really want to get engaged with other artists from the side of like, I'm asking them like, hey, do you want to do it? Because as an illustrator, I'm always the guy who gets asked, even professionally. So I'm like, this is going to be fun. So it felt more like playing initially and curating. And it was like a slow simmer from January until mint. So I would start making images, and then I'm like, okay, maybe I should make like, because Steve is like the king of trading cards, and that he really made me appreciate them. I'm like, it should look like a trading card. I'm like, fuck, you know what? I'm going to make physical trading cards too. So now there's physical trading cards. And then I was like, the trading card is like, has different aspects to it. So it's got a main image, it's got type on the bottom, and it's got a background image. So those are my traits, right?
Love it.
So I've got, yeah, go ahead. Sorry, dude. I'm just rambling.
No, yeah, like it makes sense to use a trading card's like the attributes of it as NFT traits.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to just sort of learn how to create a CSV file with metadata to understand. Like I like playing with technology, and it's fun, right? That's how I got into digital art in the first place. So this is all just fun and games. And then I was thinking. For me, I think if you're going to collect acid, my hook, I think in the community is like, you can collect it, but I'm going to be a physical rewards guy. That's my thing. That's what I love. So it's heavy on physical rewards. Like one in 4 gets a physical reward in the mail. Well,
yeah, I think the whole of the FCW are pretty much like that, aren't they? We're all kind of into creating more than just a JPEG. So So tell everybody about this, because these are so cool.
Yeah. Okay. So I was like, well, first of all, in order to see it properly, you need a pair of these. And it works. Like I'm looking at it right now. It's 3D. So, cool. I was just trying to think about like 3D is like a classic cult grindhouse cinema thing, man. It should be in the collection. And so I just started playing. Like my experience in Photoshop gave me enough sort of like of a base to understand what's going on with separating channels and making things 3D. So I started playing with color combinations and offsetting channels and layers while wearing the glasses. And then you can see how well it's working. And I just kind of got a method that worked and made some. So those guys, actually, I just got them here. If you mint a 3D one, you're going to get 3 of these.
Oh, cool.
And they're on like really thick acid-free matte cardstock. Every single one is different.
Where's
So
where's the minting happening? Foundation?
This is on foundation.
Yeah. So there's all these, and you're also going to get a pair of 3D glasses from me with each reward. So that's the 3D thing. And if you mint one of the NFTs with a skull icon on it, see that one up there, the evil clown? So that skull means you're getting a set of trading cards, and every trading card is one of one as well. So I haven't got those back from the manufacturer, but when I do, and the smoke clears a bit, I'm going to start mailing all this stuff out. Somewhere down there, if you can find one that has a tiki idol on it too. So
I did find one just a second ago, actually. Where was it?
So that skull is going to get trading cards there. So that tiki idol means you get a t-shirt.
This one here.
And you can choose from one of my existing designs, but honestly, I think it would be super dope if I just took that NFT and made a version for the t-shirt. So every t-shirt's a one-of-one too.
Yeah, you should definitely do it that way.
So these are like $10 each right now, right? I mean, if you're looking at 0.004.
Yeah, that's exactly it. When I was pricing it, I wanted them to be $10. So I'm not giving it away, but it's also not a huge expense.
No,
right. Plus the option to get some of these other cool benefits.
Yeah, and when I worked it out with all the rewards and everything, I'm going to break even.
There you go.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, I have to jump off, but I'm so glad I got to meet Acid and get to view some of these projects and hang out with you guys for a little bit. So we will catch up later, but enjoy the rest of the show. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for hanging out, and we'll see you guys later.
Great to meet you.
It's nice to have you.
Nice. Go listen to some Pearl Jam.
Always.
Think about Eddie Vedder's penis.
Yeah, he's got
always. I always do.
Always.
Everyone is. Yes.
So I'm in foundation now. So how do I find you here? Just gotta look up acid.
So
just go to my profile.
If you put in acid, so a capital ACID, and then it's Stronaut is lowercase.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so you had like a load of guest artists. So this one's mine. Obviously, I'm being an artist.
So rad. I got so impulsive with this collection. I minted 2 myself because I was like, fuck, I couldn't get out of collector mode. So I have 2. I wanted that. Stop minting. I'm like, what kind of dick am I if I try and mint all the good ones?
I'm minting my own collection. That's so funny.
No, I'm going to give them away. I've got an idea. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. But so it was really cool. I loved working on this acid because this this is creepy and it's not very cute. So it was like it gave me, because I'm a massive horror fan, I'm really into like your 70s 80s horror, so I was like channeling your Exorcist and your Omen, and actually I saw a really cool Long Legs poster that was just black and red like this, and I was like, right, okay, this is the vibe I'm going for.
Yeah, cool.
And I just, it's very different to my normal style. I mean, actually, the way I've drawn it is probably quite similar. It's just the way it's been colored. I
don't see a massive stylistic departure.
No, but I think most people
I see a departure in terms of subject for sure, but it looks like you to me. Yeah.
But I was like, I want to put from the twisted mind of the cute and creepy gang. I was like living the movie.
Well, this is the thing, right? This collection, I think, for all of us was fun, and that's the goal of producing art. It should be fun every step of the way.
Fun, yeah. I agree.
Yeah. So who did this one of one? Whose one?
That is a gummy LSD.
This is very cool too.
Isn't that one great? And it kind of looks like it goes with yours too a little bit.
It does. I think that's why I was drawn to it.
Yeah,
there's so many cool one of ones, and this one.
Wester Jack, who does the Crypt Reborn NFTs for Crypt Social.
Oh, okay, Crypt. I'm going to try and get Crypt on here, actually.
Actually, I don't. Is that one minted? Oh, it is too. Okay, I didn't think it was.
It is, yeah.
It must be more selling. Hang on. Oh yeah, there's 82. There's only 18 left
Oh
now.
Christ! I need to get another one because I minted 5 and didn't get like a physical reward. I'm
You didn't get
like,
prize. That's not fair.
right.
That's Cyber
This one is epic.
Cyber Ocelot.
Oh,
She's like she's so great.
talented.
And you know how cool she is? When I first came into crypto, I couldn't get Tezos in Canada. Like I didn't know about exchanges. I was just trying to buy it through a wallet. And somehow I was in a discussion talking to her going, look, man, I really want to mint something, an object. It looks like you guys are having so much fun. And I was like, I can't buy a goddamn Tezo here. And she's like, okay, hang on. I just sent you 10 Tezos.
Oh,
And I got started minting NFTs because of her.
that's
And
so
she
cool.
I paid her back, but I mean, I was just like that. To me, was like I've had. I think I've been really lucky that from the moment I've come in, I've been fortunate to meet endless amounts of cool, supportive artists.
Yeah.
And Cyber
Yeah.
Ocelot is one of them for sure.
Yeah.
And it makes me really happy that Metalhead collected this one because Metalhead, Cyber Ocelot, and I are avid collectors of Gummy LSD's Acid Punks. And
Yeah.
Gummy keeps dropping these things. So like they go so fast that we keep checking object for the notification by the time we're on X. But we hook each other up. Like if there's 3, I'll buy 3 and I'll send one to the other 2 and vice versa.
That's so nice.
Yeah, I just love the space. I love the vibes. I love the people. It's just this collection feels like the ultimate celebration of all of that to me.
This is
I'm
pretty
assuming this is Creepy Steve, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
You
not
can-
sure who got that one. I'd have to look.
So this is on base, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Base ETH, right?
you got it.
Okay. Trying to mint right now. That's right.
These, I just cannot stop looking.
Dude, if you mint the Jason, there's only one Jason.
That's what I'm after right now. You mentioned Jason, and I'm like, I
gonna
gotta get
paint
this.
you a picture of Jason on this canvas and send it to you.
Oh
Whoever
my
gets it.
god! Don't tell me that. I'm gonna keep minting until I get it.
Well, the other thing too is I minted one that comes with a T-shirt reward. So I've decided that whoever has the most mints is getting that NFT and a T-shirt that goes with it. Yeah. I don't know who's minted the most yet, but that's it.
Oh, so this is BB's one of one. So we had BB on last week.
That's cool. Yeah.
So can you believe the work that people like? I was just like, I couldn't believe these things are just coming at me over the months, right? I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. Why does anyone do anything else? Like, look at the friggin' artwork
you got
that's coming in.
cyborg.
Yeah, people minting.
Retro.
It's a retro minting one,
Yeah,
not a cyborg.
You got a cyborg. I love it. Yeah, these are
Cyborgs are good. You got to have cyborgs in a collection like this. And you know, Vicky, I don't think I told you this, but you turned me on to Late Night with the Devil. And there's a certain look to that movie, and that was a very influential in this collection. I'm obsessed.
I can see that. It is that 70s vibe. I spent hours on Pinterest then pinning like horror movie posters and I was like obsessed. And when I decorate my studio, I'm gonna get some and put them on the wall. But I've actually got a really cool I'll show everybody here. This was a physical I had off Acid. So
you got the sparkly eyes.
I know, it's so cool. I love that. It's always sat behind me whilst I'm working. Here we go. But yeah, so how many did you say were left?
Only 9 now. It was 18
geez.
minutes ago. People are buying.
Man.
Hang on. I'm panicking.
Damn it.
I'm gonna look. I gotta have a peek here and see if Jason has showed up.
Oh no, I even have to bridge some no.
Retro just told me to mint it out. Fine.
Holy shit. This person's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? Whoever got Scooge's 101 also got Jason.
What?
Did
There's
they?
somebody already got the Jason?
And they got the other frickin' laser shark. They got every reward possible. No T-shirt yet. Unless they were.
Guess I don't have to.
I think I know who it is. It's Goost.
Oh, Goose.
Goost has been collecting. I'm pretty sure it's Goost. Goost has collected so much of my stuff. I'm so glad.
God, there's only 4 left.
Oh my god.
They're mine.
Never going to be
Well,
able
you
to.
know, there's always the
They're
secondary.
mine.
They're
Damn it.
mine. They're mine.
Boom.
We're going to be
Gone.
fighting
They're
over
mine.
them now. Oh.
I just
I'm
got the
gonna buy
last
them.
4.
I'm going. Here I go.
It's too late. I just got them.
Shit.
Did you? Did you really?
Yeah, I did. Damn it.
It's still telling me I can get 96. I can beat you to it. No, I'm not.
No, it says minted 4. Okay, good. Let's see what I
Well,
got.
mint it out then. This show is now the mint party, I guess.
I guess it is.
This is what
I saw you
happens when you come
naming
on the
that.
show.
Well, it didn't take long, did it? Let's
Let's refresh. Hang on.
Damn it. Refresh. Updating new NFTs. I want to see what I got.
tell you what, dude. I'm gonna mint them and I'll sell them to you for $50 each.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, I got some cool ones. Oh, look at this.
I'm gonna look at what you
I
got.
have like a flying lady, Dawn of Acid.
Let's see here.
Which one's that one? That one's different than the rest. Pretty cool.
Yeah. See, the thing I like about Foundation is it shows them on the activity in the order that they're minted. But you got that flying lady is Captain Futon's 1 of 1.
Is it?
Oh,
that is
Yeah.
so I love
nice.
that.
Yeah, and that's a physical painting. And the other thing too, I'm sorry, I'm just so caught up in the excitement. I'm not doing a good job of saying a spiel, but anybody who gets a 1 of 1 of an artist that I have NFTs from, I'm going to send you one. So I've got some Captain Futon NFTs, dude, and we're going to exchange wallets. I'm going to send you one of his. And the only reason why I can't guarantee it for everyone is basically Scooge's fault, because his NFTs are like super rare and
Retro,
like really expensive.
Retro got 9.
That's Danny's. That's Danny's 1 of 1. You meant
I got that one. That one's nice.
Yeah, that's a physical canvas he's painted.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
That is
wow.
Cool. Well, you just minted out. Congrats.
Amazing.
Yes.
That's so cool, Acid.
Such a great day.
This is what we do, people listening out there.
I'm amazed. Thank you. So that one, is that yours, dude?
Let me look again. Hold on.
Because that's a t-shirt.
Yep, that's mine.
You get a t-shirt.
Oh, that gets a t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
So my thought was, and you tell me what you think, is I remove the background trim image and print it on a black t-shirt like that. So it has the frame with the stuff and then Dawn of Acid underneath, just like the NFT without the background trim.
That is so cool. I like the one with the car. I got one with a car on it.
The car one is really...
Yeah,
well,
really
we had to have a car because of death proof, right? Yeah,
that is so
one of my favorite.
Oh, dude, that one too. If you look at the traits, you can see them better in OpenSea. That background trim, that's the only Chernobyl control room. There's only one.
Oh,
because you were the last person to see the Chernobyl control room, if you know what I mean.
Yes, there's only one.
The person who took this photo is dead. Like, it's one of those.
These are so cool. I really like these, and I have that one too.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah, so that's the cyborgs, and then that trim photo is the alien lair. So it looked like a place where alien eggs were growing, and and if you really nerd out, you can start comparing the different subtle differences in the typeface traits. I know Vicky will like this.
I will. I'm looking up in OpenSea.
I like this one. I wonder if Retro has this one. Probably does. He got 9 of them.
He got 9. Oh, jeez,
He beat me. He beat me to like my minted.
If he get 9, he's probably going to win the most minted. Then I would think. I have to go count.
Yeah, he said hodling 9. He's got 9 of them.
Hodling 9.
And this guy is also an art professor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Retro. He's a mosaic art teacher.
Where's he at in the world? Where does he live, man?
In Italy. I'm
doxing him. Road trip to Italy. I don't know. I just think I like to meet art teachers. I'm one of them. I like to talk to them because we can talk about art and then commiserate about work. It's great.
Let me tell you, my art teacher was my high school art teacher was an amazing, amazing person who kept me in school.
Yeah,
Like
mine too. Mine
if
too.
it wasn't for
And
her,
English teacher too. I had an English teacher who let me do my projects on like Clockwork Orange and Pink Floyd The Wall and all that instead of
yeah.
Shakespeare because I was just falling off the rails with that shit.
That's
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
funny,
she
isn't
passed
it?
away. But this lady used to check up on me even after high school. Like she would definitely like she was a huge impact in my life.
Oh wow,
You,
that's so
you got to track that lady down and give her some of your art. I was saying this to
She
Steve
actually
too.
passed away, unfortunately.
oh that's
Oh, that's
Yeah,
too
she
bad.
passed away. So that's actually really hard for me. But she was
No, I'm
great.
sorry, man. Those people though, like a certain teachers can make a huge difference in your
yeah.
life. And
Oh,
I've been lucky to have a few.
I owe her
Um,
everything.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
everything I've known, done, it's her, 100%.
you're making
that's
me misty now.
no, it's
Seriously,
so
I
it's
get
so
it. I get it, man. I get it. That's amazing.
I
Yeah,
think I
I
think
went
it's
through a
so
tough time in
special.
high school. Like I wasn't. It wasn't that I wasn't intelligent. I was always intelligent. It's just I always thought that I was more intelligent than everybody else around me. So my initial thought was I didn't need high school or I didn't need teachers. So I went through like 3 different high schools just because I was bad and didn't want to be there because I felt
Well,
bored.
and
Um,
it's ironic that you have a hat that says rebel, which is all you've been doing since high school. That's awesome. It's so great though when you meet a teacher like that. So
yeah, she
just
was
because
the
of
one who
mosaic teacher too, that fascinates me.
the end of
Mosaic.
at the end of my what you call freshman year here in the US, the beginning of sophomore year, she I was in I that's when I met her and I met her in class. It was the only class I liked going to because it was art class. So she
Wow.
automatically noticed, the stuff that I was going through personally, and she like just took me under her wing and she just ran with it. And she just saw the talent. She always told me that I was extremely talented and that I was wasting it. And she said she was not going to let me waste my talent, no matter what happens. And she did it.
Exactly.
She
There's
didn't.
people in the world who give a shit still, right?
Yeah,
There
she
just
really did.
is.
She
Yeah.
was a force because I wasn't even supposed to graduate on time, and she forced me to take like an after school class, a lunch class, a morning class, just so that I can graduate with my friends on time.
Yeah.
Like she
Great.
literally took the time to tell me, like, no, this is what you got to
Yeah.
do. And even in college, she was like, she was the one that like set everything up. She was the one who put me in like this art program in the college that I used to go to.
Wow.
Yeah, like she was everything. Like she really took the time, and it wasn't just me. She did this for other students too. Like it wasn't just me.
Some people, man, it's a calling, not a job, right?
Yeah, I think she was like the little guardian angel on top of me
Not
because
me though. It's just a paycheck. I'm leaving.
Oh, I don't believe that for a
No, I don't.
minute.
I absolutely love connecting and fostering the creative growth of people who are engaged. I just
yeah,
can't believe I get paid to do it, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's great. I mean,
yeah,
there's
she had a huge
bullshit. Every
impact.
job has bullshit, but I'm not complaining. No
Yeah,
way.
and she actually had me do an entire mural in the school gym.
Oh wow.
She's like, no, this is what you're gonna do because there was this it was a big thing. There was this class I didn't want to go to, and I was really fighting her on. And she's like, all right, I'm gonna talk to the professor, and during this time of class, we're gonna have you go downstairs to the gym. We spoke to the principal. He wants you to do a full mural on the wall. And that's what I
Amazing.
did. The entire period I was in that class, I was just drawing this
Well,
huge
then you had
mural
a
in the gym.
mural under your belt too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
there's a
This was really like a really big mural. I have a picture I posted somewhere. I think it's in my Instagram. Might be on my Instagram. Not sure.
that's
But
killer.
it was like all the mascots from all the high schools and stuff like that. Like
Oh
it
wow.
was pretty cool. Yeah.
That's
That's
awesome. That's
that's
a
like
good teacher, man. You're
that's
lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
life changing, isn't it? When you meet when you find
Yeah. It
somebody
was definitely life changing. Like I owe
will
her
support you
everything.
like that. NF
Yeah.
Creeps has a story about a teacher as
Yeah.
well. So I think I think my art teacher, he was like allowed us just to be who we wanted to be. He was properly like not following the syllabus. And
Yeah.
we were just supposed to be doing A-level art with like, light and shadow, draw a fruit bowl,
Yeah.
and he'd be like, right, here's Lord of the Rings, illustrate a passage, it's kind of,
Yeah.
we actually almost all failed because none of us had like actually achieved anything on the syllabus. But
Yeah.
interestingly, we all got into art college without having to really
Yeah, because he,
you know what I
he
mean?
treated
Because
you like artists, man.
yeah, exactly. So we all
Yeah,
had our own,
I know.
and that was really special, because I remember going to my interview with my portfolio and then like, yeah, unconditional place. You don't even need to pass your, I mean, I did pass, but only by the skin of my teeth. But yeah, art college were like, we want you here. Like, it's
Same
really
thing,
crazy.
man. Same
But
thing. If you look at my report cards in high school, they're like 51, 52, 50. Like, I was the guy who only liked art and English and just did the minimal amount of effort to get a pass. I'll learn as much I need in science to get 51, and then I'm just gonna.
For me, it was the opposite. Like I always liked to not to. I'm not gonna say like to study because I really didn't, but I always knew what the professors were talking about because my mind works differently. Like I'm very curious about things. I'm like a huge sponge.
Mhm.
So when I'm curious about a thing, I get interested, and when I get interested, I get really into it, right? And like for me, every class after I met her was a breeze. Was very easy, especially math. I have a degree in accounting, so like math for me was very very easy, and I just flew through it. Like I never really even thought about it twice. As a matter of fact, Vicky, do you remember us?
Do you practice accounting?
No.
I
Well,
was going to say, I say this to my students all the time. I'm like, look, we're here because we want to make cool shit. You want to make money, go be an accountant.
it's very boring.
That's my joke. And you're literally an accountant. I love it.
Very boring. So Vicky, I don't know if you remember when we were talking about in one of the podcasts that I had this drawing that's in the museum in Newark.
Yes, I do.
Right? So I posted it, right? So because Kevin kept making fun of me, he's like, "No, it's not there." Blah blah blah. But my art teacher, was the one who like pushed me to do this art competition, right? And I didn't even know what to draw. And she was like, "No, you got to do it." Found it. It looks pretty cool, actually. Oh, Luna Vortex. Sorry. So she forced me to like do this painting of whatever I was thinking right at the time, and I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to do this. And then I started looking outside my high school because outside my high school, you can actually see. You were able to see the Twin Towers into New York, right?
Oh wow, cool.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw a realistic drawing of realistic painting. It was a painting of the Twin Towers, right? And it was like a view from like a street view from like the high school I was in, and you could see the Twin Towers in the background. And I actually won the award at the museum. And Kevin doesn't think it's there, but I'm 100% sure that it's still at the museum there.
Oh, wow.
Because a week after I won the award, the towers collapsed. That's when it happened. So
you have one of the last paintings of it.
Yeah.
My remember that thing I told you about my dog? I'm just gonna run out for like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. I'll be right back.
No, that's fine. I just saw on like Kevin's made a comment. Hang on, what's he saying? His proof is him being awarded. I had to remove Acid's logo just to read it.
You know why? Because I sent Kevin. Sorry, I still have the rough draft painting I did in pencil here at home.
Oh wow!
So I found it and I sent it to Kevin. I'm like, here's the proof that what I have. And he's like, no, it's not the one. Blah blah blah. But it was the one.
I called
Cool, yeah.
So rude.
So bad.
No, but yeah, I can't believe Acid's minted out. That is insane. I told him he would in a couple of days. I said I could feel it. You can see in his studio behind him, actually, there's all his physical paintings he does.
Yeah, he does a lot of cool stuff. I can see it in the background there. It's a bunch of stuff. It's the same thing, actually, from the collection in the background, but physical paintings. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, they are. So I've got actually some of his other stuff that maybe whilst he's away.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to ask you, because I was looking through the page and I see that he has other. He's got this alien collection. And then
this was just like this was like a test. He was testing before, how the mint would work and everything. So he just did these, which are really funny, but they're really cool. And then, so what have we got? Acid Reborn. So these were like a fun little collection. I've got quite a few of these. They were like little stamps and I just absolutely loved them. And do you know what? They make great little faces for your Apple Watch. So I have them on my, but yeah, these are super cool. And there were, so I loved some of these.
Cool. I like these
little retro kind of almost like Pac-Man vibes going on.
These are cool.
Oh, why is it taking so long? There we go.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
These are cool. He's like always I mean, I love the way he creates because he's not frightened to like mix his physical, his Photoshop, his AI, all that kind of stuff. I was just showing your little dozes off.
Oh yeah. Love those guys. Yeah, I've kind of like settled into this whole like mix it all up in a bucket and see what comes out thing.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh, I own this one. This is one of mine.
That is cool too.
Yeah. No, I love that. I think it's that whole, I think people need to sort of be less frightened of AI and realize it's just a tool. And it's in the same way that you might open up Photoshop to do something on Illustrator. It's,
It's real handy for instant generating of references that when you know what you want to look at when you're drawing.
I mean, the AI never gives you like an exact thing of what you're picturing in your mind anyway. So
no. And it gives you so many that you might get another idea triggered by seeing a different approach or a color palette, or I find it's a good sort of idea generator for me, and reference generator for sure.
Oh, and this is my favorite collection. So you might, I don't think you can see it. They're actually on the wall behind me, actually, but it's just out of camera shot. So I've got a few of these. They're like kind of crazy album covers. They're just so freaking cool.
Well, there's this thing that you've seen it a lot of times. I really want the visual vocabulary of the thing that we respond to as kids, whether it's the trading card or the comic book cover or the album cover. Like that's where in my lifetime the most inspiring art has come from, not a museum. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I've got 3 of these like framed in I've got one over there and I've got 2 behind me. They're just so much fun. I love them. They speak to me. They are like every comic and album cover I was obsessed with as a kid,
And I'm glad that you think they're fun because I really want it to be fun. Like, they're monsters and there's weird shit, but it's all fun, man.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be, I think. Yeah.
No, I totally agree. Because even with my Lunar Witch project, it was inspired. The Russian doll was something I was playing with at my grand's when I was a kid. I think I like, it's good to just tap into that kind of innocent joy, I guess you have. Like,
yeah, you have it too, and I would say to me it's more of an occult vibe. Yeah, because the witches and the mystical, but it's there and it's not spooky. It's personable, I think.
Yeah, well, that's I think that's why I enjoyed doing your 1 of 1 for your Dawn of Acid, was because I was like, do you know what? This is just going to go full dark now. I'm just gonna, I'm not going to soften it like I normally do. So
I think that's the one thing that I learned. Like I'm very much the kind of guy where if I had a job where you just leave me alone the whole time and let me do it, I'd be very happy. But I have been in positions at work where I've been a faculty lead on things. So I need to wrangle certain people and look at the group and go, okay, this person brings this person brings that. And you start to figure out how to just grab someone that has killer potential and just let them loose. So the brief that I gave you guys was not dictatorial, but I called it the vibe explained. And I'm like, this is the vibe I have. What do you think? And then it felt like all of you guys really responded to that approach very well and just did your version of it. And it was really cool. I've never done that before. And it was like an artistic high point for me, honestly. It was super fun.
Cool. How do you feel about the whole AI thing from the beginning? Like people saying that, no, it's not art, blah, blah, blah. Like, how do you feel about that?
I've been, I was the first generation of Photoshop artists, and that was killing art. And I was the first generation of desktop computers, and that was killing art. And, whatever, like digital people got into the world of illustration, and that was also going to be the end of the world. And now AI is the end of the world. And I think, like I got turned on to it by this artist, Jeff Soto, who's like a California painter who's just playing. And I followed him on Facebook and stuff. And he actually got me interested in crypto in the first place. He started minting way early on, and I was just like, "What is this?" And he was taking AI. I think it's really important that I saw this artist that I like taking AI and messing with his own work in his own way with AI. And that basically, I just went, I want to do that. Like, I don't have any interest in opening up DALL-E and going, make a photorealistic picture of Donald Trump covered in hamburgers. Like, any idiot can do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
but I think I'm a process-based artist, meaning I fuck around and find out, right? So
Yeah.
if you spend some time in AI and you fuck around, you will find little things to include in your own practice that are uniquely your way of doing it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
got a framework like that. And
Yeah.
that's what I really like about it.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be the be all and end all. I still want my hand in there. I still want it to feel tactile and all of this. And
Mhm.
like in terms of like the whole hysteria about AI and the end of the world for artists and all that, I really just don't care. Because the sky has been falling for my entire career and I just do what I do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, there was a time when Vicky was reading those articles and I was publishing books and I was illustrating for computer arts, I made a good living off of that. I don't think you can now.
No,
No.
I
So,
think you were
you know,
lucky to be in that boom era because
yeah,
I was just post that, and I
yeah,
remember when I wanted
yeah,
to be a graphic designer, it was a real boom industry, and then
yeah.
the iMac came along, and it all became accessible at home, and
Mhm.
suddenly anyone can be a graphic designer,
And
and no
then we
longer
saw
oh,
the
you
worst
did.
design ever coming out constantly with people who had no concept of
No,
theoretical principles
no,
or
it's
respect for typography, where they just grab the glyphs and stretch them to fit. You're
yeah.
like, what are you just stretch the Mona Lisa? What's the matter with you? It's Garamond. You can't do that. Like, yeah. So they didn't care. I
It
know.
is a funny thing. So
Yeah.
I definitely think you wouldn't be able to do what you did back then. Now it has
No,
changed
no,
so
no.
Yeah.
much.
I mean, I could do it, but no one would care, and I wouldn't make
And
any
so many
money.
people do it for free on YouTube now, don't they? You know, like I'm not
Yeah.
very good in
Mhm.
After Effects because I quite often I'll do a
Yeah,
brand and someone will say, "Oh, we want the brand to have some sort of animated logo mark or whatever," and I'll sit through tutorials and I'll achieve it, but then no one will ask me to do that for so long that
yeah.
then I have to start again all the time. But I just get all that off YouTube. I don't have to buy a
Well, that's the
magazine or
thing. Like pre-YouTube, a guy like me used to pay his mortgage by selling books about it.
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
figure that out. And now it is the kind of thing that culturally we expect to have for free.
yeah,
So, you know, um, I was lucky to be doing all of this at the right time, because if I'm doing it now and not even trying to monetize it.
yeah,
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's the world has changed, but not just because of AI.
no,
No.
People's expectations and the abundance of free media, I think,
Yep.
has
yeah.
really
Yep.
changed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
I definitely agree. Sorry, Miguel.
that's
Even
okay.
me,
You
like
know,
I listen
AI.
to podcasts all the time, but once in a while they'll be like, "Okay, we're moving to Patreon. You got to pay $5 a month." I'm like, "Well, see ya. Not listening anymore."
Everything is a subscription now. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Everything.
yeah,
What I was
yeah,
gonna say is that when AI first came out, like AI art, I was a little skeptical at first. I was very opposed to it.
yeah,
And there's podcasts where me and Kevin are talking about it.
yeah.
But then we had this guest, Wonder Mundo, who does AI art, and she's been very successful with AI art. She was even NFT NYC a long time ago, and she
I
was
know
very
who that
successful.
is.
Still is.
I
yeah,
follow her.
Yeah,
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 yeah. She's been on our show.
she's
So she
great.
brought a yeah, she's amazing. She brought this perspective into my world that I didn't think of. Right? She said how AI art can help people with disabilities become artists. Right?
Really?
And
Yeah,
yeah, and then I never thought about it that way. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. Like people with disabilities, they can definitely use AI art to portray what they're feeling or create be an artist basically. And I thought that was just a great use case for it.
yeah,
And after that, my whole mentality changed.
it
yeah,
does. I've got a friend who's like a lawyer, and every once in a while he'll play around in DALL-E and send me an image, and he's just enjoying being creative a little bit here and there in
Mhm.
his day, and it's easy and accessible, right? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think AI's bad. I just think humanity's bad, man.
Agree.
Every time we get something good, there's too many people who fucking turn it into a nightmare. Like,
Yeah.
so
Agree.
you know,
100%.
there's no real solution for humanity except for, you know, the big red button.
I think it's like any art, like anything. There's good and bad, isn't there? And there's people who do
Yeah.
it well and people who do it badly, and you know.
Yeah, and I also feel like I'm not in a position to judge anybody's art.
No.
I don't
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
I mean, I've missed out on so many opportunities because I won't play ball. Like if I'm gonna have a show, it's because a gallery says, "Derek, do you want a show?" Like I don't fill out those open call things, anything juried. I'm like, who's evaluating one artist against another? It doesn't work
It
that way.
doesn't know because it's
And
so
then like
emotive, isn't
anything,
it?
or anything that's like a competition. What do you mean competition? It's just you're just choosing which art hits you better. You're not. I don't know. I don't buy any of that art competition. I don't know. You get what I'm saying though, right?
I
Like
do.
I won't play ball with that part of the organization that's sprung up around art. I'm just not going to do it.
I think we used to have that debate a lot when I worked in a studio, and we would be asked to pitch for work, and
there you go. Spec.
we'd have every time we'd get a new client that we had to pitch against other agencies for. They'd expect you almost to work the brief right the way through almost to a brand and then not pay you for it. And then you would or wouldn't get. And we used to debate all the time. Do we do it? Should we do it? Is it really like, you know, rather than they really should just be able to talk to you, look at the portfolio and go make the assessment of, you know, and then it always comes down to them pinching maybe things that they don't pay for because they perhaps prefer another agency but they kind of liked where you were going with the thought process. So
I know. I worked in an ad agency when I was younger and did those things. And, you know, I realized that, an ad agency job for me, I was a junior art director, which meant it was a salary job, which meant I had to work whenever they told me to.
Yeah.
Nights, weekends, and that's always how the pitches were. And I didn't get paid extra for that.
No.
So it's on the back of everybody. It's on the back of the studio. It's on the back of the creators. It's like, who came up with this? Like, you know, the way it should be is like, you know, I'm a client. I'm going to evaluate all these studios. The best one gets the account. Here's the money. Do what you do.
Yeah.
Like that's like you wouldn't hire an electrician and ask him to, you know what, wire half of my house and I'm going to see if I'm going to pay you to do the rest.
No,
yeah, that's
it's
true.
the art industry and the creative industry is the only industry that does that. It's
I won't do it. I won't play ball. Anything that's competition, I won't enter. I mean, I just won't. Yeah, but I'm quiet about it now because people get sick of hearing about it, especially young people. It knocks the wind out of their sails because they get excited about things, and I'm like, "This is horrible exploitation. Why are you doing this?" And they're just like, "Oh, yeah." So you know.
So Luna Vortex found the picture I posted of the mural. She reposted it. Yeah,
let's see it.
Let me see if I can find it. I must have been like
on
15.
X.
I think it was 15. Yeah. On X, yeah. Let me see if I can repost it.
Oh, if you can, I can share my screen then with
Let me see here. I just reposted it.
Let me see.
An old Polaroid picture. I think I was 15. Yeah, I was 15 years old when I did this.
Post. Right. Right. Let me share my screen then. Okay.
Yeah, it's that Polaroid picture.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, dude.
Yeah, I think I was...
How old are you?
14, 15.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so great that teacher was like, let's get this guy to do this. He's clearly not engaged in the normal bullshit.
No.
Give him something to do. Let him grow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So these were all the mascots. I mean, obviously they're not, I wasn't like the greatest artist at 14, 15, but it's there.
But I mean,
man, you did it.
I'm fascinated by people who can work at a scale like that. That's terrifying. If someone said to me, paint on this giant wall, that would,
Yeah.
I'd find that so overwhelming.
I
You would
remember.
kill it. You would kill it. The way the organizational mind you have and the way that I know you, you would have the plan, you would project it, you'd
Yeah.
have people in place, you'd have your paint picked. Come on. It's just the way you are, man. You would kill it. And then
I
the
I
second
remember.
time you'd be like, I'll do two.
I remember I drew it in pencil first, and then
Did you?
and then I
Wow.
had she gave me all the paint and stuff. She's like, "What do you need?" And I just remember grabbing all the paint from the class and going down. It was like on a basement, the gym, and I went to the gym and I just started painting. Like that was my world for a good like couple of weeks.
That is
Amazing.
crazy. Amazing.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah, it was
cool.
pretty cool.
That's really cool. Oh, well, Acid. My God, you've minted out, dude. It's been
I know.
fun.
I don't know what we're supposed to talk about now. That's that was great. What a rush it's been for the last. Do you want me to come clean about my reveal? No.
Yeah, do it. It's funny. It's a funny
Okay.
story.
So, dude. Vicky's always laughing at me because I'm always doing shit without paying attention, like clicking on things. So every time I go into a space, there's so many spaces that say join as a speaker, as a listener,
Yeah.
and join as a speaker's highlight. I don't look. I just click. And then all of a sudden I'll be like working away or I'm outside in the garden or whatever. And they'll be like, oh, it looks like Acid wants to come up. I'm like, fucking what do you, and then I'll be like, sometimes I'll pass up to it and go, oh, I did this. Or I'll just try and bluff my way through what's going
I
on.
always know. I'll get a notification. Acid is speaking in Silly Girls, like Trippy 8 space. I'm like, oh, he's done it again.
He's done it again.
Oh,
And I get up there and go, oh, well, try and say something good and then step back down. Anyway,
Very
so that's what happened with my reveal. I was talking to Steve, like Vicky was super optimistic about minting out today. And she was right.
Yeah, she said that.
And so I was kind of rolling with that idea that it might happen. And I was saying to Steve, okay, on Tuesday in the FCW space, we'll have a reveal party, right? And Steve's all about it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to set up my mint time for 6:30 p.m., yada, yada, yada. So I go into the foundation and I'm like not really paying attention to what I'm doing. And I click on the reveal button thinking that the next screen is going to be the one with the date and the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd already passed that and not engaged in it. And then it just went reveal and everything revealed. I'm like, huh, okay, I guess we're revealed now. So, yeah.
Oh, it's funny because I went
cool.
in the FCW chat this morning and all I could see was Steve saying, does Acid know he's revealed the collection?
I knew right away. And then I was like, I wonder if anyone will notice. And I go to bed and the timeline's just blowing up. Like, well, cat's out of the bag.
I have a question. Behind you, is that vinyl records or is that books?
Well, those are vinyl records.
That's what I thought.
That's the overflow. What you don't see on this wall is the majority of the collection. So I'm just under 1,500 now. Been collecting since I was a teenager. Yeah,
immense.
Yeah,
Immense.
I'm a record. Like, I mean, all of us here in the crypto art space, like we're collector nerds, man. Right?
Listen.
We are. Like, look at the stuff behind you. Look at Vicky's office. Like, look at me. We're all in the same time.
Oh, you don't want to know what this looks like, the studio in here. If I turn the
No,
thing.
I know. I've got my one shot, and then Ness is over there.
Oh God, yeah, there's shit everywhere.
Yeah, but no, the vinyl is like it's really, really important to me. I've got quite a few records, and some of them have like you remember a time in your life, like I bought this Iron Maiden record in grade eight, and shit like that. Like some of them I have like Pink Floyd Animals. I have 3 pressings of that because I have the original one from the 80s that I had when I was a kid, and then there was a remaster in 2013 and then another remaster. So I listened to them and for the different, like I'm that guy. I listened for, I think the bass is a little clearer on the 2019 one. Let's go back. And I've got like 3 copies of David Bowie's Diamond Dogs, and
wow.
Cool.
I have 6 copies of Led Zeppelin In Through the Outdoor, because that one, when they, every Zeppelin album's gold, but that one is, I can't remember who the photographer was. It's in a bar, and there's 6 people in the bar, and the photograph, there's 6 different covers from each person's point of view.
Do you still have them in the plastic, or did you open them?
Oh no, I bought them used. I mean,
Okay.
so when it was released, it came in a paper bag, so you didn't know which one you're going to get. So they're like the original NFT guys, right?
Yeah, really think about it.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I have.
Yeah, funny story. Today, my mom. I was talking to my mom today, and she's like, "Oh, I got this radio for Mother's Day." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Why do you need a radio? You have Apple Play, like you have Apple Music."
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, I have this collection still. Collection of what?" And then I go into like her room or her closet. She's got like all these CDs and stuff like that, cassettes. And I'm like, "Why do you still have all this stuff?" She's like, "Because it sounds better than anything else."
It's just cool to have things like that too.
Yeah.
Like Frisky Foxtrot is going to do a limited release on cassette,
yeah.
and I'm going to get one. It's just cool, man.
Yeah, she has all these CDs and cassettes, like the old cassette tapes. She still has those. Yeah,
I love cassette. But like there's something missing now, isn't there? You know, when you just download a piece of an album or a piece of music.
Yeah, you don't have the physicality of it. Yeah.
It's the excitement of like going and getting a CD or a vinyl and then looking through the album art and and if they have the lyrics in there as well and like all like of that, like little books, you know.
Chair there, and I sit in that chair and listen to vinyl, and I turn off my computer and my phone, and I just listen to a record and look at it.
Yeah.
And that's my ritual for engaging, because that's how I grew up doing it, right? But now everything is there, and we like listening to an album too. Even the CD generation. Remember, CDs were like $20 or whatever back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, so if you're a teenager, you bought that. That cost you a fair chunk of your money.
Yeah.
So you would spend time with it, working at understanding it and liking it. Whereas now it's all free. I don't think people are doing that as much. Like, and I don't listen to single songs. I listen to albums. You know, I want to hear the whole statement. And there is culture like that. It's growing still, but I don't find streaming.
I remember that.
It's definitely, I think we're almost oversaturated with, you know, like you know, when you like look back and there'd be like certain songs or albums of a summer that like really kind of resonate with everyone, not just like that fan base. And I'm not sure that happens so much now because we have access to so much, you know. I feel like which is amazing on the one hand because you're being exposed to like, you know, it's so great for young artists coming through. But at the same time, you kind of think that iconic, when you think of like the 80s and the 70s and even the 90s, you know, there was iconic sounds that kind of very much spoke of that generation. You know, and like me, I was into like heavy metal, but also I was early in the rave culture, you know, and it was like this underground thing. Like I'm not.
They were cultural movements.
They were
movements in culture. Like heavy metal in the 80s was a cultural movement. It was a thing that happened all over. And the raves and grunge was the last one that I remember.
Grunge, with Nirvana,
I still think it was the best thing in my lifetime to happen to mainstream radio. Like where you could actually put on the radio all day and the shit was listenable, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I don't feel like, well, the other thing too is we're getting on in age, whereas like I'm thinking there's people who we don't really understand what their trip is, like who are doing this with Taylor Swift and shit like that, right? I don't know.
Love a bit of Taylor.
I don't really listen. I mean, I don't think I'm neither here nor there, but I'll tell you one thing. She knows how to sell records and she knows how to sell concert tickets for mortgage payments.
She knows how to market it herself. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's whatever. Mad respect, Taylor. I don't think I'm sure I've heard your music, but I just don't care.
And she owns her masters now. So, I mean, she's really.
Yeah. Well, Prince was the one who did that first, right?
Yeah.
Remember he had to re-record. And so
Michael. Was Michael first or was Prince first to own the masters?
I don't know.
I think Michael owned his own masters. Yeah, after like
a surprised, like
battle that he had.
I think there's probably these movements going on that maybe I don't know. Culture's faceted enough that maybe we're missing because we're not.
Yeah, maybe.
And they're like my kids listen to tons of music. They grew up in a musical household, and I've got them each set up with the turntable in the rooms and they have records and stuff. But
so cool.
One really cares and the other one's kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
But they both love music, and they're listening to like, it's just like, it felt like with my generation, you would define yourself with music and you couldn't listen to other things. Like,
Mhm.
it's like, oh, I'm into punk. I can't like the Grateful Dead, but honestly, I've got hundreds of Grateful Dead and
Yeah.
punk records. And but the kids don't see that. They're for them, it's like the 80s and 90s. Like Michael Jackson is the same playing field as Nirvana. So
Really, that's crazy, isn't it?
yeah,
I
they're just like,
definitely
yeah, it's just
feel like
old music.
we identified with. I mean, I was always, I think, but this is a creative person now. I
Yeah.
would be waking up and listening to Iron Maiden and then going to a rave in the night. Like I just, you know what I mean? I was like very eclectic in my taste in the
Yeah,
same way
yeah.
I are.
I think
But
we like people were, but
but I
there was a stigma in being a certain way that identified with music for our
yes,
generation.
I definitely was the only person in my school who was really like my mum took me to my first Iron Maiden concert when I was 12, right?
Yeah.
And my big sister was a big metalhead. So I would go to gigs a lot, like all the time. And I was the only kid who was into the kind of the metal. And they call you we used to get called sweaties. That's what we used to get
Yeah.
called. That like the
Oh
sweaties,
yeah, yeah.
you know. But like and then at the same time, then when I really got into the rave culture in my school, I was one of the first. And again, I think it's because I had a much older sister, so you kind of get exposed younger,
Mhm.
and I was sneaking off to clubs and raves and all sorts. And I very much identified with that kind of culture
Yeah.
at that age.
Yeah.
It's
But
crazy because music it's so recyclable between
yeah,
all the genres, right? So like the samples that they use now are stuff from like the 80s and 70s,
yeah,
even before that, right? So music is
Yeah.
so recyclable. You can't like I like everything. I don't have
me
any specific music that I listen to. I like everything.
That's the way to be, right? If you can like, yeah, I found that like I'll give anything a chance.
yeah.
And if I don't like it, I'm very like, it doesn't mean that the music's bad. I'm
No,
not
you
a
just don't
judge
like
of it.
it.
It just doesn't hit
It's your
me.
preference, yeah.
So if it works for you, then that's good ass
Yeah,
music.
exactly. Yeah.
You listen to that. Yeah.
I
don't
think
know.
that's something to do with being creative. That is having that
Mhm.
openness to kind of
I
like
think it's also age.
you, yeah,
Truly.
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
yeah,
You become like you've been around enough and you're just like, it doesn't really matter. I say this all the time, we can have it all. Like
yeah,
we live in a time where we can have it all. So let's just have it all. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
God,
I'm 40. I'm 43, so I grew up at the end of the cassette era and
Yeah.
just started the CD era. So
CD guy. Yeah.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
been like everywhere.
CDs, man. I
A
have
little bit of everything.
about 1,200 CDs upstairs, and they they're great. CDs are excellent. They sound amazing. They still get like they're not like records, man. It's like the difference between a painting and a postcard, right?
yeah,
But
Yeah.
they're still like I collect Grateful Dead releases, and I prefer to listen to the Grateful Dead on CD because I get 79 minutes of uninterrupted Dead before I flip it.
yeah,
20 minutes aside for the Dead doesn't work, but
Yeah.
79 does.
yeah.
You know what I have? I have the Thriller vinyl still sealed.
Oh wow,
Oh,
wow.
you know what the thing about that stuff is, and I'm gonna burst bubble a little bit as a record nerd. It won't be worth that much because they made so many. So
Yeah.
things like that were massively, but don't open it
No, I
because
haven't.
somebody somewhere is going to pay you a pretty penny on eBay for that. Like if
Yeah, I
you
haven't
have an
touched it.
original
I don't even want
pressing,
to sell it. I just want to pass it to like somebody,
even better.
generation.
Yeah,
If I ever have kids or something.
Yeah, the only thing I've got like that, and it is opened, is I do have the Madonna sax book, but I still have
Ooh.
it's in the wrapper and everything. But I did open it, so I couldn't help but
I remember a friend of mine had that book when that
yeah,
came out. That was wild. Yeah,
that,
it's
yeah,
actually still. It was just a cool object. Like
it
Yeah.
is, and the photography is
Madonna's an
amazing.
impressive artist too. To me, she's
Yeah,
like an Andy
No, she
Warhol.
was. She
yeah,
was
Just
a
knows how
total
to do
icon.
it.
and she's still impressive as an artist, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, she's lost her way a bit. I think recently, but I'm a huge Madonna fan, like because I
Good.
grew up. She
Yeah.
was like the if it wasn't for Madonna, there'd be no Beyonce's, there'd be no Taylor Swift. She
Yeah.
paved the way
Yeah,
for
yeah.
women. And I think people forget that. And I remember when I saw her doing her Blonde Ambition tour on telly and being like, I mean, like the first album I was ever given, I can't remember how old I was. It would have been quite young, maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8. Was Madonna True Blue, and I played and played and played and played that. And I've seen her like Kevin. I've seen her about 9 times. I think it is. I think I've seen it.
Wow.
But like,
she's impressive, man. As an artist,
she is,
mad
and
respect for Madonna. Yeah.
and she adapts, and like when you listen to her new albums, they've always moved with the times. She'll have artists featured on there that no one will have heard of yet, but they're going to be big, you know. And I kind of think she's still got that, you know. I do.
Yeah.
Miguel has a Taylor Swift poster in the studio.
Well, and she's rich enough and powerful enough. Like she could just mail in any old shit and they'd put it out, but she's not. She's an artist.
She's impressive.
It's the real deal.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like her music. I don't want to listen to it, but I have mad respect for her. I remember I was in high school when Like a Virgin was out and videos started to come out. And like, you know, that's when I was the guy with the Led Zeppelin jean jacket going to the Iron Maiden shows saying I hated it. But every Friday night on the video show, when I came home stoned, I watched Madonna.
Yeah, I thought you did.
I just like loved every minute of it, man. It's fun.
I'm a huge fan. I think being the age I was growing up, she was, like I say, a metalhead into rave, but she's always been a consistent through my life of like,
awesome.
I feel like I grew along with her. And another concert I tried out.
Why is there no Madonna witch? Why is there not a mystic Madonna?
Oh my God, you should.
I have thought about doing doing like a Lady Gaga and a Madonna like witch.
You can have it all, Vicky. You can do whatever you want. It's your collection, man.
I thought Gaga would probably love it because she's very much into her little monsters. So
who wouldn't love it, man? What kind of asshole are you to not be honored?
I mean, I've done a Joker like Russian doll. I showed Miguel. I don't think.
Oh my God, I want that so bad.
So
I told her she showed it to me, and I was like, "All right, I need that. Like, how do I get it?"
So I need to work on Fraser and do me another contract so I can mint that bugger.
I made you a lunar witch. Remember?
You did. I have an acid lunar witch. Oh, where is that? Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to find it.
It's in your Tezos wallet.
It is in my Tez, but I haven't got my Tez loaded on this machine. But yeah. Oh, acid has been so much fun hanging out with you.
I know. We're gonna have to bring you back.
Yeah.
We've been talking for about 2 hours.
I know, it's crazy.
What were we? I feel like maybe I strayed from whatever the point was here. So I'm sorry.
It was great. It was an amazing conversation, and we definitely wanted to bring you back.
Yeah, we loved it, and you minted out. That's like, I feel like that's a woohoo. That's a good.
I'm in. You know, the last few days, I'm just in total disbelief. Honestly, Vicky, I've never really seen this happen. So, I'm still processing it, but know that I'm super happy and grateful. And then I'm also going through the whole, now I got to create a spreadsheet and word categories and then get wallet addresses and figure out who's going to get, but that's all fun because every single thing you do like that just makes somebody's day.
Well, I just giving out those enamel pins to holders that I've done, and then seeing when they arrive and people do the share video and the opening. It keeps the collection moving, and it's big shout out to Carter. Did you see the video he shared? He'd like curated this gorgeous video with like type and music and all of him opening his. Like, I was like, wow. And so when you've somebody's impressed enough with what you've done for them that they spend that time to make something to share that is really wonderful. It's really cool.
It's really touching, isn't it? Like it is. You're like, wow, this is a good thing. Yeah. So anyway, that's how I feel right now. I'm just so happy and grateful. And
that's good.
Yeah.
That's what we want you to feel. I said, you're in our Discord too, right?
Yeah, every day when I think about it, I click on that little thing to get my 5 ant poops or whatever they are.
Yeah,
I'm a holder. I've got a few Rebel ants. Are you minted out?
Thank you. Yeah, we minted out.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think you guys have my favorite trait shop because
Oh, do
it's
we?
just, well, you just have some cool shit in there, like the
Yeah.
fucking nunchucks and the GM scroll, and it's just like that kind of shit. I
Yeah.
think is really fun. That just takes the art and makes it. I can go in
It
there
makes it fun,
anytime,
yeah.
load my NFTs, fuck around, post it. People like
Yeah.
it. It's good.
We are
Yeah.
gonna do more. We're gonna do more of that. It's just the plan was that for this month for me to work on a lot of that stuff, and just
Yeah.
because I've been sick, I haven't been able to really do much.
I want to. Yeah, that's. How are you feeling, by the way? You look all right.
A lot better. I went to the doctor last week. The lungs are still not 100%, as you can hear it probably, and you see me coughing and stuff like that. I'm still like between 80 and 85%. This week, I'm have another appointment, so hopefully the lungs are back to 100%, and I'm able to
Hope so, man.
get back to
Yeah.
normal. It's annoying because the problem happens like during the day. I'm fine. It's just when I'm trying to go to sleep at night, I keep waking up in the middle of the night because I can't breathe. It's just weird, and it just pisses me off because
as soon as you lie down, isn't it? I think
wake up tired.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah, that's no good. You know what's funny is as I got older, I started snoring, and my wife and kids complained. And I went to this sleep clinic, and now I have one of those machines that you strap
CPAP?
on, and CPAP, and it's like it's changed a lot for me, man. I wake up feeling great. And,
Yeah.
no one's complaining about snoring.
Oh wow.
I don't know. I mean, for me, it's more of the lung situation problem.
Yeah, that's not.
But, I mean, when you wake up like tired, you just don't want to do anything. You just want to like.
No,
just
that's
relax.
tough.
Yeah,
that
so
is tough.
it's tough because I wake up tired and I don't want to really move.
That's why God gave us cocaine. Get you going no matter what. My advice for you, dude, I'm not a doctor, but I would say cocaine is maybe your answer. I mean, it comes with a whole host of other issues, but to get out of bed, I've heard it's good.
You will get out of bed, yeah. You will feel motivated.
Yeah, you will get up just to do more coke.
No, but I've been feeling a lot better. I mean, I've been a little frustrated lately because I've been trying to like do yard work. I've been trying to like open up my pool and do like all these things, and I just haven't been able to do anything because I can't. I get tired just walking. So,
That's
like
tough.
a 90-year-old man.
Funny.
But I'll get there.
You will.
Cocaine.
Yeah, it's like cocaine. Normally it's tequila that
You're in fucking New Jersey, dude. Don't they have it at the bodega on the corner?
I could buy
come
it
on.
in any corner probably.
Get it. Don't do the crack though. That'll be hard.
A nice part of New Jersey.
Funny.
A nice part of New Jersey, is that a joke? What? No, I'm kidding. I've only driven through Jersey, but I love New York and that part of the world.
Absolutely. I hate New York.
Do you?
I do. I grew up in New York. I mean, I lived my whole life there, so I just can't stand being around so many people all the time.
Yeah,
I don't mind it, but I'm in Toronto. It's kind of like a mini New York, right?
Yeah.
I've been to Toronto. Toronto's actually really nice. Like it's very.
It is. I've been to Toronto. It's cool.
Yeah. It's all right. No complaints.
I like the bars.
It's
I had a really good story about bars in Toronto, but I'll leave that for another stream.
Okay. I was actually talking to my cousin in Canada a couple of nights ago. He may try and come to New York to meet me when I'm there. We haven't seen each other for I don't know, in person for about 20 years, I don't think. So
where does he live?
He's moved recently. I can't remember, but he travels to New York a bit for work. And
okay, well then he can't. He must be over on the eastern.
Yeah,
side.
they used to live in Sudbury years ago, but
God, no.
Yeah, not now.
That's wow. That's the culture that gave us ice fishing because there's nothing to do in the winter.
That's true.
No,
is that true?
Oh god, this is so funny.
Well, basically, I have gone ice fishing with people in Sudbury before, and my take is it's like golf for the winter. It's men who hate their wives and are trying to get out and get away from the family all day. And there's all these miserable guys. You guys have to excuse me. I've got like weird spring allergies, so I'm just gonna.
It's okay.
Just wipe your eyes. Oh god,
my eyes.
I think this has been our
longest.
longest.
Getting emotional about ice fishing. There we go.
Are you all right now?
Think so.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm good.
So, Vicky, we've been going for an hour and 51 minutes with 207 people
I know,
watching.
right? That's good.
And
I
they're
am
so
gonna have
well-
to like wrap it up though because it's my bedtime. Because
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
it's late for
10 to
you.
1. It's 10 to 1 for me.
For
You're a
me, it's
trooper, man. You're a trooper.
I know.
Always
I'm
up
just,
I
there
know.
doing stuff, man.
and I'll
It's
still
impressive.
be up early to walk the dog.
Well, it's not, she doesn't care if you get 5 hours or whatever. This
No,
time
she
for
don't
the
care.
walk.
we just hit 260.
She's asleep in the front room right now. She probably not even noticed Jace has gone to
Yeah, my
bed.
dog. I think my dog's waiting for me, like outside the studio.
Yeah,
Sitting.
Sans won't push the door open if I've got the door shut. She just stands on the other side of it really quietly. Makes me really sad. Just like, I feel really bad for her. But yeah, so
Yeah, my guys are in comas right now. Like I let Jimmy out and he just came in, went on the couch. Just like, oh. Like if I take them to the beach, because they're retrievers, they just throw the tennis ball with that chucker and they just run themselves to death.
yeah,
Not mine. Mine has way too much. She'll run me to death.
yeah, that's
What
like
kind of
mine.
dog do you have?
I have a Pomeranian Husky, a Pomsky.
Pomsky.
What the fuck is that? It's
Oh,
like a
they're
little
gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous.
It's a designer breed. It's like
Okay, I've never seen that.
I'll post a picture today.
Yeah.
They're so gorgeous. We know 2 in class. One's called Willow, one's called Bilbo. They're gorgeous.
Bilbo.
They're such nice dogs.
Let's see if I can post a picture now.
Oh, thank God there's no more Harry Potter names for everything, right?
I know, right?
I'm glad we're past that as a culture.
Oh my god! Oh, Wick has got a husky. He's got an old girl, isn't he? She's
Yeah.
yeah, I can see that. Too much hair. Here
What's
we
the
go.
BT? I don't know what
There you go. I
means
just
here.
posted a picture of her. So I can see her.
BTNH phase of
Let me
Wick.
see if I can see it.
BTNH. What is that, Wick? Too much hair?
Yeah, too much hair. Oh, there she is. Hang on, let me share my screen. We got
Wick's 43. He doesn't look 43.
That's her. It's
Oh,
my
He's
daughter.
so pretty. That's
I
your
know.
dog? Oh, I
That's
love
my
it.
daughter.
Ginger.
She's
She's
gorgeous.
a spoiled brat. That's what she is.
That's all right. She deserves it.
Yeah,
I love
she's
it.
very spoiled. I have no idea.
It's so cute. I love dogs. They're the best.
I was
bought her-
teaching a drawing class, and I have this one really like life models can be quite eccentric and interesting people. And this one guy, I was showing him pictures of my dogs, and he's just stopped and he's like, man, humans, we just don't deserve these dogs. I was like, you're right. We don't really deserve them. They're so unconditional love. They're so
That's it.
sweet.
That's all they know.
Yeah.
That's all they know.
Do you know what was funny though? There's a really funny series of Instagrams. If you're a dog owner, look to see if there's one of your breed. So there's one of the Vizsla, and it's like the Vizsla, the shittest dog breed, and it's all the things that they do that are really crazy, and it's the funny. It makes me laugh because you think you want a Velcro dog. That's what it says.
Oh my
And
God.
then it's like, this isn't like keeping a pet. This is like surviving a hostage situation. They know your every thought, your every breath, and they still want more of you. And that is exactly, they are clingy. So if you're a Vizsla owner, you know, and you're laughing, but because it's
I
true.
love a
You
clingy.
love them for it.
I love a clingy dog, man. I love a dog that wants
Oh,
snuggling and
She
all
would
that.
hide in my skin if she could, Sansa. She's
Oh,
hilarious.
we got to give the price to Lunar Witch.
I know. I'm going to do a little spin now.
Yeah.
All right, let's shut up. Do it.
Right. Let me see if I can remember how to do it. So, let me see. Here we go. Start. Is it?
They're
gonna-
already popping up on secondary.
Are they?
What, your thingies? Are they?
Yeah, 0.1 ETH, 0.066.
0.1? Nice.
Someone's, yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Why isn't it working? 10 participants.
It's not doing it.
No. Hang on. Settings. Da-da-da-da-da. Why won't it start? Start. It's not doing it.
Let me see if I can do it from my.
Is this like your prize wheel or whatever?
Yeah, it's on this giveaway thing. I see.
I love your next Mystic Moon.
Oh, thank
while,
you.
While we're waiting, so if I mint now, is that the Mystic Moon that I'll get?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Filter by
I'm going
hash.
to get a couple because I've earned a little bit of ETH today. So
Here we go. Is it working for you?
No.
It's really strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to just pick.
But I picked the winner.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Can you see it or no?
No, it won't. It's not showing it. Okay, who's the winner? Just announce it, and I'll send them a DM.
Really small here. Kansing?
Let me have a look.
I thought it would be Danny again. He wins
I know.
everything. Guy's like a living horseshoe.
Right here.
Okay. Let me write that down, and I'll.
Can you see it now or no?
No, flash it up again, and I'll take a picture, and I'll hang on when it comes up now. Well, that went well. Not. I can't believe it didn't work.
It probably did it in the background, and I don't know what happened because it picked
says
the winner.
The winner is, and it keeps scrolling. But...
Yeah, it's scrolling, showing all the entrants. There it is.
It's knick-knack backwards. Got it.
Right. Okay.
Figured that out.
Congrats.
Right. You are the lucky winner. I will send you a DM and get your ETH wallet. Awesome. It's good that it's a new Cute and Creepy Gang member. I love that.
All right. So let's bring it home.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Acid, so much for joining.
Thank you, guys. This has been awesome. You're the lucky rabbit's foot. Minted it out. So nothing but gratitude.
So if anyone wants to like grab you, like DM you or like get hold of you, is it Twitter is the best place?
I don't really look at anything else. Yeah, X is the only thing. Yeah, I mean, I have Instagram and I think Facebook still. I don't know. Yeah, X is the only thing I look at. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, God, it's been so good. It's been a really good show.
Timeline, there's holders now who are trying to trade each other's physical rewards. This is amazing.
Really?
This is a great moment.
So I definitely want to have you back because I really enjoy talking to you.
I'm happy to hang with you guys anytime it works. It's fun for me, and cool. Yeah, I would love to, for sure.
Yeah,
and I'm sure Kevin, will love to hang out with you too. So
I could do some of my Pearl Jam jokes when he's here too. You know that song "Even Flow"? You can substitute anything for that. You'd be like, "Hey now, gotta go to Coven Radio at 5." Oh, yeah. And then I also say to my friend, I'm like, every Pearl Jam song is twice its length because Eddie Vedder just after every verse goes, oh,
yeah, he does.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll save all that. Let's save all that for Kevin. He's gonna hate me.
I love it. I absolutely love Eddie.
Yeah,
that's
huge fan. Oh well, I shall. Do you want to add anything, Miguel? I nearly called you Kevin then. Oh my God, that would have been.
Oh my God.
So far.
Worlds colliding.
Just thank you to Acid for coming on the show. I mean, it was a great chat. I really want to have him again on the show. You feel very comfortable to talk to. Like it's very genuine and very it's very funny, very good. So I think it makes good content too. So thank you for that. Thank you for coming on the show, and hopefully,
thank you for having me, guys. It's been great.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
No problem.
I'm so glad. Well, I guess just wrap things up then. Don't forget to Mystic Moon, 2 Lunar Witches, Cute and Creepy Gang.io if you want to mint one. I'm going to be doing some more competitions and stuff, I think. So watch this space. So thanks everybody for joining the show. Thanks to all the FC. I can see all the FCW crew are here in the chat. So if I haven't shouted you out, they're always here.
See that guy right there, Migas FX?
Yes.
Migas FX. That guy is in Portugal. He's minted 7.
Oh wow! Well done.
Yeah, and he's got all I was looking at his foundation. You can wallet dive in people's things. His whole foundation is my stuff.
So that's really cool.
Yeah,
he's a super fan.
He's just the best dude, honestly.
Awesome. Oh well, guys, thanks again. We'll be back to Wednesday next week, Miguel.
Yes, we'll be back to Wednesday.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Thanks everyone. Stay cute and creepy, and be magical and be amazing. That's all I got to
Thank you,
say.
everybody.
Cheers.
Have a
Good
good night.
night, guys.
Good night.